I'm programmed with essential 21st century smack talk. Your mother
is fond of Brainiac.
I got you stuck off the realness. I got you stuck off the realness. I got you stuck off the realness.
So let's just get into it.
Hey, Meps here, and we're back with another Daily Planet News, where you get all the latest news for DC Universe Online. The news this week is very slow, so we're not gonna need a rundown from Spittle. Let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Well, everyone, spotlights are back. Enjoy Atlantis episode Spotlight, 2-time source marks. So, from June 6th till Wednesday, June 12th, 2024, you can enjoy double source marks from all the activities in Atlantis DLC. I'm so excited about this ancient DLC from 1962 that I started running naked around the house and telling everybody about it. Let's talk about it.
Bruh. Hi everybody, it's Kikumar, and in other news, a player by the name of WrestleMania is telling everybody that the league high output is toxic. WrestleMania, we get it, bro. It's toxic. Orale, Simón, they are toxic. But man, if you make your channel all about league drama, it's gonna fall and fail faster than you can build it. Toxic.
Hey yo, let me holla at you, let me holla at you, let me holla at you, let me holla, 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 holla. So, have you been wondering why the server's been very laggy, animation delays, and PlayStation 5 is still messed up? Well, don't wonder anymore, cause I'm about to explain. Maps, please, move off, bruh, back up, homie, let's talk about it. Ever since Brainiac returned, we've been invaded by bugs, glitches, animation delays. Players that are gadgets can't even do a rotation correctly. Well, I'm happy to report that all of that has been pretty much fixed by now, or at least on PlayStation 4. PlayStation 5 is another story. There's still a lot of frame rate drops on there. If you get into big groups, it's gonna be stuttering. It's not really lag, it's like stuttering or something, I don't know. But yeah, you see right here, we got all these patch notes. We've been working really hard, you feel me? You feeling myself? So what's the deal? Why can't we figure this out quickly? You would think a 13-year-old game, all the devs will have it figured out by now. Well, you see, we have a bunch of new devs, and since we have a bunch of new devs, they don't know what they're doing. They have no clue. So these devs need to be trained. They need to learn how to work with this spaghetti code we call DC Universe Online. So don't take it from me. Let's hear it from the devs themselves. You see, when a company like Daybreak Games hires an entirely new development team and engineers to work on the ancient hardware and spaghetti code we call DC Universe Online, they don't really train them. They tell them, hey, everything in there is old, be careful with what you're doing, and basically figure it out. They expect them to use the skills that they already have to figure out the ancient spaghetti code we call DCUO. You see, during this process, you're gonna experience bugs, lag, server issues, server delays, animation delays, you name it. Any issue you're having in the game, you're gonna experience it during the process of the new developers that are now working on the game. They're trying to learn how to work with this old ancient code. But don't take it from me, let's hear it from the devs themselves.
Does this change? Yeah. Like my first week on the job, the systems lead who I started under, I started as like just a regular game designer on systems, and he was like, "Okay, listen, you need to be careful in there. This is like already a
it's all duct taped together
game.
And this to that."
And he's like, some of us don't even know what all of it does, so you need to go in there gingerly, be cautious, be respectful. But of course, we're gonna make big changes. And so that's the biggest challenge. So much of it is just like research. Like anytime you want to do anything, you're like, okay, well now you need to figure out not only how that works in the game, but also like how that thing is built in the game, because you don't want to pull out something that's like it's Jenga. You don't pull out something that's going to cause a lot of other stuff.
Bring it all down. Yeah.
And so that's my biggest anxiety. Yeah, right there. It's just the whole Jenga tower coming down.
So is it then just incremental changes to get to the you want to do this big thing, but you need to make the small changes to then make the big thing not seem so big?
It depends on what the thing is. If it's a brand new system, then there's a lot of like new stuff that just has to happen all at once. Because it has a lot of interlocking dependencies. But incremental changes. I feel like incremental changes are almost more like quality of life stuff. Like there's things that like oh, the treasure boxes should stack. Like when I'm playing the game, I'm like, oh, I get all these treasure boxes for my daily stuff, and like they're not stacking, but I want to go around and do other ones, and I'll get to them later. So
Yeah.
just minor stuff like that. Like
Sure.
you just sort of pick it off as you have time
Yeah.
while you're trying to get your other responsibilities done.
Right. Well, I mean, again, you guys are always building to the next big thing, right? We just had a new episode drop, Brainiac Returns.
Yeah.
So you see, in conclusion, when Daybreak Games hires new developers like they recently have been, they're gonna go through that experience that Red 5 just explained to y'all. When that happens, the player base is gonna experience a lot of server issues. Until the new developers figure it out and have a clue on what they're doing, this is gonna be the normal.
Some of us don't even know what all of it does. So
As of right now, the PlayStation 4 version is running the best. Lag issues have been, for the most part, fixed on PS4. There is some problems here and there when you get into a big group of players, but it's not that bad. It's almost back to normal. PlayStation 5 version is a different story though. The frame rate drops is still bad there. I can't stand playing on PS5 for longer than an alert or something, and then I switch right back to PlayStation 4 version. So with that said, that concludes this news dump, and we'll catch you on the next one.
I got you stuck off the realness. I got you stuck off the realness. I got you stuck off the realness.